Section 1. Most dating apps hand you a stack of cards and say, swipe. You filter by height, by distance, by whether someone ticked the wants kids box. And somehow, out of that very mechanical process, you're supposed to find a person you genuinely connect with. Sentiamor tries something fundamentally different. Instead of structured filters, it gives you a blank text box and says, describe yourself however you want. A paragraph, a few sentences, a rambling stream of consciousness about who you are, what you care about, what a Tuesday night looks like for you. Free form, natural language, no template. Then it does the same on the other side. Someone else writes their own unstructured profile. And an AI working with semantic embeddings and language understanding reads both, tries to understand what each person is actually saying, and finds matches based on meaning, not metadata. So concretely, what does that look like? Imagine someone writes, I make sourdough on weekends, I get unreasonably excited about documentary films, and I need someone who thinks silence in a relationship isn't awkward. On the other side, someone wrote, I love slow mornings, I'm a film nerd, and I think the best conversations happen when neither person is trying too hard. A traditional app wouldn't connect them, no shared checkbox. But semantically? There's real alignment there. That's the bet Sentiamor is making. The platform is live at Sentiamor.com. You write your profile in plain text. The AI processes it, extracts meaning, and surfaces potential matches with a brief explanation of why the system thinks you two might click. Section 2. Now let's be honest about what this is not doing. First, this is not magic compatibility prediction. The AI is matching on semantic similarity, meaning it finds profiles that express similar values, interests, and communication styles in language. That is genuinely useful. But it cannot predict whether two people will actually have chemistry in person. Nobody can. Not an algorithm, not a therapist, not a mutual friend who knows you both perfectly. Second, the system is only as good as what people write. If someone writes a generic profile, I like having fun and going on adventures, the AI has very little signal to work with. The quality of the match depends entirely on the quality and authenticity of the input. Garbage in, noise out. This is a real constraint. Third, this is an early stage project. The user base right now is small. And in dating, network effects matter enormously. The best matching algorithm in the world can't help you if there aren't enough people in your city, your age range, or your relationship type preference to match against. That's a cold start problem, and it's not solved yet. Fourth, there's currently limited ability to filter on hard deal breakers, geography, age range, whether someone wants children. Those things matter. A semantically beautiful match who lives on another continent and wants 10 kids when you want 0 is not a good match, no matter how aligned your sourdough values are. So, promising approach, real limitations, early days. Section 3. What could this realistically become? The most interesting near-term evolution is richer semantic profiling over time. Right now you write one static profile. But what if the system lets you refine it through conversation, answering a few open questions periodically, and having your profile update dynamically to reflect who you are right now, not just who you were when you first signed up? Another plausible improvement, adding a lightweight layer of hard constraints on top of the semantic engine. Not replacing the language-first approach, but letting people set genuine deal breakers, location radius, age band, a couple of binary preferences so that semantic matches are surfaced within a viable pool. That combination could be genuinely powerful. Longer term, there's an interesting question about whether this approach works better for certain relationship types, people looking for deep emotional compatibility rather than casual dating. The profiles that would work best on a platform like this are probably written by people who are willing to be thoughtful and vulnerable in text. That self-selects for a particular kind of user, and that might actually be a feature, not a bug. If the platform grows, there's also a real opportunity to use match outcome data. Did people actually go on dates? Did they report the match was good, to improve the AI's understanding of what semantic similarity actually predicts connection? That feedback loop doesn't exist yet, but it would make the system dramatically smarter over time. Section 4. So why does this exist? What's the actual problem? Swipe-based dating apps optimized for engagement, not outcomes. That's not a conspiracy, it's just business model logic. The longer you're single and swiping, the more premium features you might buy. Getting you into a committed relationship is actually bad for retention metrics. Beyond the business model problem, structured profiles fundamentally reduce people to a checklist. Height, job, a few photos, 3 words about yourself. You cannot capture a person's actual personality, their sense of humor, the way they think about life, in a drop-down menu. People know this. The frustration with dating apps is widespread and well documented. What Sentiamor is betting on is that language is a much richer signal than structured data. When someone writes naturally about themselves, they reveal things they wouldn't consciously choose to put in a profile field. The way you describe your job says something. The things you choose to mention about your weekend says something. That signal is there, and AI language models are now genuinely good enough to extract it. It's a real inversion of the dominant paradigm, and honestly, that's worth taking seriously. Whether this specific implementation becomes the solution or just an early proof of concept for a direction, the underlying insight feels right. Matching on meaning rather than metadata is a better model of how human compatibility actually works. Check it out at Sentiamor.com. If you're building in this space or thinking about AI applications to human connection, I'd genuinely be curious what you think. Drop it in the comments.